Indiana voters, will you need an ID to vote? What new legislation may require it?
An Indiana state police officer is behind bars tonight. The charges and investigations.
It's Autism Awareness Month, how you can get involved in the cause this weekend in Muncie.
In a NewsLink Indiana exclusive, how one Connersville man is staying strong through a battle of his own.
Tracking moving out showers tonight, but more rain is on the way.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Brittany Dobbins.
And I'm Emily Harless. Thanks for being with us. There's a lot for us to get to tonight.
Oh yeah, of course, but not only in here, but outside there's a lot of rain.
Yeah, definitely a lot of rain today. Natalie, is that going to continue?
Yeah, we've had really scattered showers today, but those showers are actually supposed to move out overnight. We're actually going to have dissipating cloud cover as the night does continue. We've been tracking these showers move through the area today, but we can actually see most of them has moved out of the way. And tonight we're going to be tracking the dissipating cloud cover along with a warm conditions for our Friday and more rain on the way for our weekend. And I'll talk about more about that in my full forecast.
All right, thank you, Natalie. Now, April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month, and the push is being heard all across the nation.
NewsLink Indiana's Grace Minkowski spoke with some community members on how they're contributing to the conversation. Grace?
Hi there, Brittany and Emily. Yes, across the country, the initiative to prevent child abuse and neglect is shown through campaigns, programs, and movements. But right here in Delaware County, we have a pinwheel prevention program and court-appointed special advocates for children, known as CASA, been having in the spotlight. Blue and silver pinwheels, a sign of hope. This is one way the county, as well as advocate Matthew Pfeiffer, the Muncie Smiles man, is spreading awareness during the month of April.
I had a lot of people reach out to the Muncie Smile Man page and was asking me that they didn't have the time to pick them up, but was asking me if I could drop them off. So the other day I was just asking businesses if they'd be willing to let us put pinwheels up, and 9 times out of 10 they were super willing. So I'm super glad that the community is getting involved.
Director of Delaware County CASA hopes that this national program jumpstarts conversation within the community.
Indiana as a whole, of course, has hundreds and hundreds of child abuse and neglect cases every year, but I think it's really important for people in the community to really zone in on what's actually happening in their own immediate community and bring to light some of the things that they can do to actually impact what's going on.
Community member Elizabeth Saylor, who is also a foster parent and a CASA herself, has been making an impact in Muncie, one child at a time.
They call us and, about, 3 or 4 hours, maybe 5 minutes later, they come with a child, depending on what they're going through and the situation is. We say a prayer every time we say no. It's hard.
Saylor became a CASA after seeing her first 2 adoptive daughters' living conditions. She says when being a CASA, she is able to create a relationship with children within the system that lasts a lifetime.
When you make a relationship with a kid, it's everything. One of my cases last year, I was able to follow it through adoption and seeing him be adopted and knowing that he's okay. It's great.
And all of these people have something in common. They want this awareness to go beyond the month of April. And one way is becoming a CASA. For more information, visit DelawareCountyCASA.org.
Grace, thank you. It's also Autism Awareness Month, and the Delaware County Championship Wrestling Club is aiming to help raise awareness this Saturday. The Stand Your Ground for Autism event will happen in the Mad Jacks building. They're selling shirts for $20, and tickets for the event are $10. Doors to the tournament open at 6 p.m. For tickets, call Terry Coons at 765-212-6090.
Now to a NewsLink Indiana exclusive. If you've been on Facebook recently, you might have seen the hashtag Team Logan.
It was started after 19-year-old Logan Bean was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. NewsLink Indiana's Anna Chalker joins us now to share his story. Anna, you actually know Logan.
Yeah, Brittany and Emily, I did graduate with him and we did go to school together in Connersville. But tonight he told me he's not letting this be a roadblock in his life, and the community is rallying together to show their support for Logan.
When Logan Bean started to feel sick in December, he didn't know what was coming his way.
I went to the urgent care for a chest x-ray, and it looked like I actually had a tumor on my lung. And so they sent me to the ER. Then they proceeded to do a CT scan and multiple blood tests and sent me to Reed, where later on they ended up doing a biopsy on my neck and a bone marrow biopsy and a PET scan to find out I had stage 2A unfavorable Hodgkin lymphoma.
And nearly 4 months after his diagnosis, Logan started chemo, and the side effects hitting him almost immediately.
Getting out of bed sometimes, seeing your hair start to fall out.
But Logan isn't alone. Some of his biggest cheerleaders in life standing by his side for what is likely the hardest fight of his life.
And just stay positive. I mean, I told him I understood because my mom actually just got over breast cancer.
He texted me and I was at work, and it was kind of just a shocker.
A GoFundMe page now set up to help Logan's family pay for his treatment. They hope to raise some money, but the amount of support, shocking.
$9,000 within 2 days is pretty.
It left me speechless, honestly.
And as Logan's fight with cancer is just getting started, he's confident he will beat it.
Get through it and remain positive for sure.
Now, he is planning on going back to work and being done with treatment in September, but we do wish him the best here and hope everything goes well.
Thank you, Anna. Indiana House Elections Committee voted today that an Indiana driver's license number or the last 4 digits of a voter's social security number must be submitted with an online mail-in ballot application. The panel decided to not make voters put those numbers on paper applications. Some election officials and voting rights advocates argue this will make it harder for voters since they likely won't know which number is on file with county election officials.
Now, the body of a missing 17-year-old boy has been recovered from the White River. Kevin Rodriguez went missing last week after his canoe went over a dam in Indianapolis. He was also out with 45-year-old Carlos Ramirez, who was helped ashore by witnesses. Rodriguez was last seen floating down the river. The Indiana conservation officers found Rodriguez's body yesterday.
A state trooper is on the other side of the bars tonight. Indiana State Police investigators arrested a 4-year veteran of ISP following an investigation into claims of sexual battery. Ryan L. Griffith is accused of touching a female victim in an unwanted manner at a private residence. He's also accused of providing false information to investigators. Griffith is being held in the Crawford County Jail on a $7,500 cash bond. He's also on administrative leave without pay until his hearings.
A developing story tonight in Bryan, Texas, where a police chief is dead and 4 others wounded after a shooting at a cabinet business. Police believe the shooter was an employee, but the motive isn't clear yet. We will bring you more updates as the investigation is still ongoing.
President Biden is taking executive action on gun violence today. Biden announced new initial steps to try to prevent gun massacres in the U.S. following back-to-back shootings in Georgia and Colorado. The actions are part of the promise Biden made to talk what he calls common sense steps. Biden working to stop the spread of ghost guns that can be made at home and asking the Justice Department to publish model red flag laws. He also pressured Congress to be more aggressive.
They've offered plenty of thoughts and prayers, members of Congress, but they've passed not a single new federal law to reduce gun violence. Enough prayers. Time for some action.
The Indianapolis woman behind the wheel of this car has been sentenced. What she'll serve next.
Plus, the latest on the Derek Chauvin trial.
And our case is back on the rise in Delaware County. We'll tell you the latest after the break.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back. Now, an Indianapolis woman has pleaded guilty to criminal recklessness for driving her minivan into several people protesting the death of George Floyd last summer. This happened right on Monument Circle under a plea agreement. 69-year-old Diane Goebel will pay more than $2,600 to two people who were injured and $185 in court costs. She'll also serve 48 hours of community service as well as 361 days on probation. Emily.
Awesome. Thank you, Brittany. 30 witnesses have testified so far in the Derek Chauvin trial. Today, the focus turned to medical experts. The prosecution calling Dr. Martin Tobin to the stand. Tobin reviewed the autopsy and said nearly 95 pounds of force were placed on Floyd's neck. He also said the cause of death was low oxygen. The medical examiner who performed the initial autopsy is expected to testify next. An independent coroner found Floyd died of asphyxia. Both reports rule his death a homicide.
The latest on the coronavirus, Delaware County is back to yellow on Indiana's COVID dashboard.
A yellow advisory indicates a 5 to 9% positivity rate. To get back to blue, we'll have to lower our weekly metric score for 2 consecutive weeks.
Meanwhile, looking statewide, health officials say nearly a quarter of Indiana residents aged 16 and up are now fully vaccinated against COVID-19. This is after just over a week of this age group being eligible for the vaccine.
A new intake center for migrant children has opened on the same property as a processing center. The new Delphi emergency intake site in Texas is run by the Office of Refugee and Resettlement. That's the organization responsible for housing unaccompanied minors after they have been processed by Customs and Border Protection officials. A bottleneck in HHS capacity has led to kids spending more time at CBP facilities, which have been called jail-like. This marks the first time an HHS facility for unaccompanied minors has been built on the same property as a CBP center. At last count, there are more than 4,200 children in CBP facilities and more than 15,000 under the care of HHS.
Southwest Airlines is calling its flight attendants back to the cabin after more than 2,700 were forced to take a reduced pay on voluntary leave. Flight attendants had to leave Southwest because of the lack of travel caused by the pandemic. About 200 pilots are also being added back into the rotation. Officials say employees are now needed to keep up with the summer schedule. The airline is hoping to bring them all back by June.
And you know, it is nice to see airlines and things starting to return back to normal. I know schools, for instance, are trying to do that as well. And Burrito Chain Chipotle is making a big contribution to education.
Yeah, the company is set to offer free degrees to its employees in a range of fields.
Those include agriculture, culinary arts, and hospitality. The debt-free program includes almost 100 degree options available at 10 universities. It is being done in partnership with Guild Education. Employees can take part in the program after just 120 days of employment.
That's a little sunshine news, and to bring us on a really kind of rainy day going on.
Yeah, Natalie, I know we have some rain this weekend. Tell us more about it.
Now today we've been tracking rain due to a high pressure system off to the west, but we're going to talk about more rain chances coming in this weekend later on.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles, watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort
We should still make an effort
to get to know each other.
on a deeper level.
Father,
Cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor.
it's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward. Come together.
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. The time is now 9:15 and looking a little gross outside. It was a little rainy today, rained quite a bit, but a little upside of that. I love the smell of rain. It's one of my favorite things about spring, so I wasn't too upset about it.
Yeah, I mean, there were some pockets of sunshine too, so that's always good. And they always do say April showers do bring May flowers. But what's coming up? What's going on?
Yeah, we've been tracking those scattered showers that move through a lot today, as well as those showers are moving out as the night does continue. We're actually tracking all this rain due to a low pressure system that is currently off to our west in Illinois right now, off to the border of Illinois. And those showers are going to go out. If we take a closer look on radar in our regional area, we can see those showers are really scattered right now and mainly to the north of our viewing area, and those showers will continue to move out of the way as the night does continue, as well as cloud cover is expecting to dissipate tonight as well. Tracking this all out on Precision Cast for you. By tomorrow morning, we do have a little break in the cloud cover, but it does begin to increase in tomorrow morning around 10 p.m. However, we have another break in the cloud cover for tomorrow evening around 6 p.m. tomorrow. We can say we have a slight chance of rain in Wayne County and Richmond, really scattered showers, not much for accumulation, but we can expect maybe Wayne County to experience slight precipitation tomorrow as well. Tracking the more clouds moving into the area Friday evening into Saturday as well. We can see we have these yellow areas, meaning heavier rainfall, and those heavier rainfalls do seem to move in a little bit more Saturday evening, meaning for the main of our precipitation for Saturday. Moving into Sunday as well, we can expect to have a little precipitation. However, current temperatures, we are sitting at 62 degrees here in Muncie, 58 in Indianapolis, and 63 degrees in Shelbyville right now. Over the past 24 hours, we've had a cooling in these temperatures because of this rainfall we have experienced. We're down 6 degrees here in Muncie, 7 degrees in Indianapolis, and 11 degrees in Kokomo right now. This green area on this graphic right now means those temperatures aren't as cool, but really that's the northern part of our viewing area, and that is because they did not experience as much rainfall as we have seen in the northern part of our viewing area today. Tonight, temperatures are expected to continue dropping, reaching a low of 53 degrees tonight with partly cloudy conditions after all those showers and cloud cover has moved out of the way tonight. For tomorrow, we can experience to have breezy conditions, as we are seeing a little breezier conditions tonight as well. 54 degrees by 9 a.m. tomorrow, and gusting conditions, wind actually up to 20 miles per hour for a southerly wind around noon tomorrow. For tomorrow, and those wind gusty conditions are expected to continue as the day does go on for tomorrow. Over the next few days, we can experience to have the rain chances, and we do have another big rain chance for us on Saturday and Sunday. Those rain chances are expected to continue. However, those chances do begin to dissipate going into the beginning of next week. On our MIT 7-day forecast, we can see we do have our last warm day on Friday, a little bit breezy, however, but we have another rain chance move in for our Saturday, and making for sunny conditions for Tuesday and more seasonal temperatures as we see this fluctuation in temperatures.
I'm actually really kind of excited for those 60-degree temperatures. I do not like the warm. I hate it. I always sweat. I'm really looking forward to those 60s.
You know, the 80 was nice for a second, but I can agree with you. It's still springtime in my head, so 60s, 50s, that's where we should be right now. So I am also more than excited for that. But Natalie, thank you. Now we're going to take it over to Hannah. What do we have going on in sports?
Tonight, the MAC announcing some big news for transfer student athletes. We'll tell you what it is, and Ball State Swimming and Diving is fighting for a MAC championship. We'll have an update from them as well. All that and more next in sports.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo, There's a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Weeknights, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal weather. We've got the latest news headlines.
Freezing temperatures have set in all the way down in Louisiana.
One man dead after flooding in Venice, Italy.
Up to the minute weather conditions.
Cold temperatures are the story this morning.
And of course, lots of fun.
It is not funny.
What on earth is happening there?
I feel sorry for the little guy.
I've got my socks on. Annie with her curly hair, which is actually never curly. Join us Friday mornings at 8 on Facebook Live.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Hannah McElroy with sports. This afternoon, the MAC's Council of Presidents made a unanimous decision to eliminate the league's inter-conference transfer policy. Getting rid of the policy allows student athletes to transfer between MAC school without losing a year of eligibility. Student athletes no longer have to sit out for a year when transferring from one MAC school to another. This decision was brought up by recommendations from the Council of Directors of Athletics. Today, the Cardinal swim team making the trip to Miami, Ohio for the MAC championships. NewsLink's Indiana's Joey Moore checked in to see how the team is feeling heading into the big event.
Just get ready to race. It's been a long season. It's been a full season. We're really excited. Team couldn't be more fired up. I think they're prepped and ready, and it's time to just unleash the hounds.
That's how Coach Agnew is feeling heading into this weekend's MAC championships at Miami. And the team's recent practices have them feeling confident as ever.
Everyone's really excited this year. On top of that, just looking at how fast everyone's been going in practice, even though we're not fully tapered yet as we're getting closer, seeing that everyone's getting really fast in practice has been very exciting. I think that really good things are about to happen.
With tapering for the meet, the team feels faster and even more ready to compete at a high level this weekend.
We're really excited going into it. Everybody's been tapering really well from the looks of it. We're definitely looking to compete with SIU, which has been our goal this year. And I think everyone's starting to feel really good, so we're very excited.
A lot of the credit for the team's preparation goes into the training they've put in this long season.
Since September hit, about mid-September, I feel like we've been about as consistent as anybody in the country in terms of training and preparation. And I think they have a lot of confidence.
The team will find out how their work will pay off starting Thursday night at Miami of Ohio. In Muncie, Joey Moore, NewsLink Indiana.
The meet is already underway with the first championship heat starting at 6:30 this evening and running until Saturday evening, concluding with the 400 freestyle relay at 8:40 p.m. Moving on to the land, the baseball team is traveling to Skills Field to play a 4-game series against the Akron Zips. The Cardinals are red hot now, coming off a clean sweep against Butler, where they dominated on the scoreboard. Ball State won both games, putting up 26 total runs. They scored 10 in Game 1 and 16 in Game 2. The Cards have posted 41 runs over their last 4 games, and they're 6-1 in their last 7. Ball State is 3rd in the league with a record of 6-2 in conference play, and the Zips are sitting at the bottom of the standings at 3-9. From here on out, we will be conference play for the rest of the season. The team will look to keep the bat swinging, the pitches striking, and the runs scoring as they make their way to Akron, Ohio. Now, I love baseball. It's probably my favorite sport, so I'm always so excited to see the team doing super well.
Oh, absolutely. And I know Ball State is pretty much known for their basketball team, but I'm the same with you. Baseball is my absolute favorite, but obviously here in Indiana, where we're talking MLB things, Indiana doesn't have a team. So my team that I always, root for is the St. Louis Cardinals. What about you guys?
I am a huge Chicago White Sox fan. I grew up 20 minutes from the stadium.
Me too.
So games are always my favorite thing to go to.
All right, well, thank you, Hannah.
Thank
Now,
you.
craving a beer. Emily, are you craving one?
Well, I'm not 21, so unfortunately I can't be. But
All right, well, if you are, how about a free one? And it will tell you one company that will give you some money.
And the rain, unfortunately, isn't going to be going away. We'll take a final look at weather as we head into the weekend. Stay with us.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. Can you help me? I got it. Thank you.
No problem.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared, so start now.
Right now? Right now.
You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. Time for us to take a look at what's trending.
Joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Blake Dahlia. Blake, what do you have for us?
Well, we've got a lot on tap for you guys. Any day is a good day to visit the zoo, but especially today. It's National Zoo Lovers Day, a day used to encourage people to go out and visit their local zoos. If you can't do it in person, no worries. There's plenty of virtual zoos, or maybe zoo webcams, maybe Zoom webcams. You can check those out, and of course, as always, you can make a donation to observe the day. And here's a fun fact for you guys. There are 350 zoos across the entire United States. Wow, that's quite a few there, and enough for absolutely everyone to have a chance to visit.
What's your favorite animal?
Komodo dragons. I love monitor lizards. They're an endangered species. There's like 3,000 of them. They're in Indonesia primarily. I can really geek out on those quite a bit.
Okay, mine's a koala. And you know what they love to do? They love to sleep, and that's what I love to do.
Well, that only makes sense. Well, Komodo dragons, they like to fight, and that's not exactly my thing. What about you, Emily?
Mine's a red panda, so
a
they're a
panda
little more
or a
calm.
koala?
Also a big sleeper, so. But yeah.
That's understandable, and something that'll put you to sleep, maybe beer. Sam Adams giving out beer money to encourage everyone to get their vaccines. The brand said it's looking forward to their friends being able to gather at their favorite bars and restaurants again. They say full vaccination is the best way to do that. Starting April 12th, just a couple days from now, if you post your vaccine sticker or Band-Aid or whatever the case may be, the company's going to send you $7 through Cash App for a beer at your favorite bar. Just remember to include the hashtag #ShotForSam and tag @SamuelAdamsBeer on Instagram or Twitter, and then wait for them to slide in your DMs.
Well, I would take advantage of that if I was 21. I just got my first vaccination shot today, but thank you, Blake. And Natalie, give us one final look at weather.
Yeah, we're looking for pretty warm conditions tomorrow. Our last day in the 70s, but looking pretty breezy overall. Another chance for rain moves in for this weekend, and temperatures become more seasonal, fluctuating between the 50s and 60s.
All right, that's going to do it for us tonight at NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us tomorrow morning at 8, waking up with Cardinal weather.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.